Hey guys, welcome back to Dragon Age Origins. Today we're going to be probably mostly just speaking with our companions and stuff in camp. I'm gonna see if I can get some side quests in. But we did get a new companion, Zevran, so he probably has a lot to say, and I'm sure our companions just have a lot to say. So we'll be doing equipping.
You are a handsome canine specimen, aren't you? Yes, you are. Oh, but look at that tiny stubby tail. Would you like a nicer tail? I could give you a long, swishy tail if you like. Just a wave of a wand and poof, tail. You'll adore it, I promise. Or maybe you would like to be a different color. We could spice up that drab brown with some red or blue, perhaps even violet. Oh, dogs need to be pretty too, don't they? Yes, you want to be pretty, pretty dog. That's right. You just love attention, don't you? And you want antlers. A big swishy tail and hey, he made off with my staff. Perhaps I underestimated his intelligence.
Okay, Wynne. Anyways, let's go back to camp. Oh dear.
I have been studying Mother's grimoire. Do you wish to hear what I have found?
Yes. What did you find?
'Tis not what I expected. I had hoped for a collection of her spells, a map of the power that she commands. But this is not it.
Yeah, you look disturbed.
Disturbed? Yes, perhaps that is the right word. One thing in particular within her writings disturbs me. Here, in great detail, Flemeth explains the means by which she has survived for centuries.
The spell of immortality.
Oh, if only 'twere so. Flemeth has raised many daughters over her long lifetime. There are stories of these many witches of the wilds throughout chastened legend, yet I have never seen a one, and always wondered why not. And now I know. They are all Flemeth. When her body becomes old and wizened, she raises a daughter, and when the time is right, she takes her daughter's body for her own.
Are you certain about this?
Indeed. That is primarily what this tome details. The various daughters that Flemeth has acquired, their preparation and training. I recognize all of it. I am to be her next host. This is my purpose.
So is Flemeth immortal or not?
Whatever spark of the demon that made her what she is remains within her, keeps her from dying of old age, but her body deteriorates. Eventually, she would be so wizened as to be senseless and immobile. So, she must seek a new body, a fresh body, and start the cycle anew.
Can this body be anyone, or must it be a daughter?
I am uncertain. According to her writings, certain hosts are better than others. The more a host is prepared, the quicker the transition will be. I am sorry. This simply takes me by surprise. I would have thought I would have had some inkling, some notion.
You really had no idea?
Flemeth is capable of many things. I was a fool not to suspect her capable of using me for her own self-preservation.
I'm not sure I understand what you mean.
Once, Flemeth was a mage. This was before the time of the Circle of Magi, but she wielded magical power of the same sort that all the ancient shamans did. 'Twas no different. She summoned a demon and made it part of her, and became an abomination, one that has thrived. Whether Flemeth has always been the demon, or mastered it, or they are one, I truly do not know. No matter what she is, her body still ages and will not sustain her forever, so she must find new bodies. I am to be the next new body in a very long line.
So why would she risk sending you with me?
I do not know. Perhaps 'tis as she said, the Darkspawn threaten her as much as they threaten anyone else. Or perhaps she believes that this journey will make me more powerful. According to the tome, if the host is already powerful and trained in magic, it takes far less time for Flemeth to settle in.
So if you died, she would have another daughter?
Not by any natural means. Perhaps I should take this as a vote of confidence from her on my capabilities. Or perhaps she simply wished me gone from the Korkari wilds so she could prepare her ritual in peace. A disturbing thought.
So what do you intend to do about it?
There is only one possible response to this. Flemeth needs to die. I will not sit about like an empty sack waiting to be filled. Flemeth must be slain, and I need your help to do it.
Perhaps you should talk to her about it first?
And what would that do? At best, I would receive pointless reassurances. At worst, Flemeth would imprison me once she became aware I know what I do. I know my mother well enough to be confident she would show no mercy when it came to her own survival. I must do the same.
Kill Flemeth? Isn't that a little extreme?
It may seem so. If you think of Flemeth as a mother, think of her instead as an ancient abomination that intends to use her own flesh and blood to extend her life beyond all natural limits. She did not wish anyone to get a hold of this information, least of all me. Now I have. If I do not act on what I know, then more the fool am I.
Alright, I'll help you if I can.
Then what needs to be done is for you to go back to Flemeth's hut in the Korkari wilds without me. If I am present when she is slain, I cannot be certain that she will not be able to possess my body right then, so I must remain at the camp, confront her, and slay her quickly. I doubt she will truly be dead even then, but it will take her years to find a new host and recover her power, if that is even possible. The thing I must have is her true grimoire. With it, I can defend against her power in the future. Everything else in her hut is yours.
Alright. I'll see what I can do.
I am grateful. The sooner this can be done, the sooner it will set my mind at ease.
And then maybe you'll be able to be willing to teach people how to shapeshift. Morrigan. Alright, anyways. What am I doing? What am I doing? Okay, so let's do some equipping. I think Alistair's good, right? Alistair, you're good? Good? Pretty sure you're good. And Wynne is probably good. I'm gonna go with yes. Okay, Morrigan, let's start with you. So, oak branch and some ashen gloves. That's good there. You can have both rings. Take them both. Actually, no. That I'll give to someone else. You'll keep that. Actually, Wynne, come here. I have something to give you. Wynne. This is for you.
A generous gift.
Yes.
Thank you ever so much.
Too. Okay, Morrigan. This is also for you.
A fine gift.
Yes.
You have my...
Liliana. What bow do you have? Alright, you're good. Oh, okay, put that on. Give you them. And I'll give you that. And I'll give you that. Keep that. Okay. Sten. Have some... Well... you're fine. Alright. Alright, what do we got here? Nothing. Nope. 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 Yep. And your offhand. What is that? Saw sword? Oh, sword. Yeah, I'll give you that. And Did I look at the shield? No, we're good. There. Did I have anything to give you? I don't think so. Shale! Put that on. You're good. Zevran. Okay. So, give you that. So back. Go here. Put you that. Put you that. Yeah, anyways, give you that. Okay. 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 Accessories. Okay, okay. We will give you spirit resistance spell. We can give you just spell resistance. That
I shall treasure it. Thank you.
I'll give you that in a sec. Did I? Yeah, I missed Liliana. Liliana, I was supposed to give you this.
Flowers? Oh, thank you. They're very pretty.
These are the flowers, or these are your mother's flowers, aren't they?
These were her favorite. I haven't seen these in such a long time. They smell just like Mother used to. Thank you. Thank you so much for remembering.
You're very welcome. Okay.
I await your command.
Is there anything
So,
else aside
full of
from
questions,
not
are
teaching
you?
anybody shape-shifting? Okay, no. Cool. Cool. Let's go talk to Bodan.
If there's anything I can do
Oh,
for
wait.
you, please, please tell me.
Alright, well,
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy
What
and
you
I've
got?
collected. And
I need to
with
sell
your
some stuff.
discount.
yes, I love discounts. Okay. So that... Do I need this? Saw the maze, I don't need that. Don't need that, don't need that, don't need this. Yeah. So that... So... That's... Shale, I do not remember. 6, yeah, okay, you're good. So that, yeah, that closes up the store. Okay, let's just...
Enchantment?
Yes, I'd like to enchant.
Enchantment!
Okay. Chance of paralysis and spell resistance. Perfect. Okay, let's go
If there's
back.
anything I
shop.
can do for you, please,
Yep, I need to
please.
see your wares. Back to selling. We'll sell that. We'll sell those. And these. And... yeah, we'll sell those. You know what? We'll sell, like, everything. That I don't think I'll need later. I'm gonna hang on to the Juggernaut plate. And that, of course. Maybe I'll sell these. Yeah, I think I'll sell these for right now. I can always buy them later. Sell that. Yeah, sell that. I think I'll hang on to that. Sell that. And... okay. So I want to buy. Let's go all the way to the bottom. The heck? Okay.
You and your friends are formidable folk,
Yes,
indeed. It's good to have
I
you along
know.
on the road.
Something's missing.
I'm sure-
here. Hush, hush. Bodan, where's that ranger book you had? Wow. That's just great. Okay. What is this? What is this game? Whatever. I don't know what's happening. Alright, buy that. Buy that. This game. Take these. Take 15 of them. I don't know what's going on, but alright. What the heck? I don't know. So I had recorded an hour of this, and then my game didn't save and I lost everything. So basically I'm kind of redoing a lot of stuff. But for some reason, when I bought the Ranger tome from Bodan, and when I asked Zevran to teach others how to be an assassin, that saved, but absolutely nothing else did. So I don't know, and which that also means that somehow I got 25 gold back because that's how much it cost to buy the Ranger tome. So this, I don't know. I'm just confused, slightly annoyed, and whatever. I don't know. This game. Okay, so Wynne, this is yours.
A generous gift.
And where's Zevran? Zevran, this is yours.
I shall treasure it.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, God. Alistair. Okay, so this...
Oh, thank you. That's...
So this thoughtful gift thing, it's DLC. I think these are DLC too. These special gifts that you can give to your companions, and basically they just increase their approval rating right off, like, a lot easier than... did I not? Yeah, I didn't. Than if you didn't have it.
You have my thanks.
So you can just basically get
You have my
100%
thanks.
approval on everybody, like, right off the bat. Instead of going around collecting up their items and giving them to them. And hoping that you get 100% approval.
Fine.
How nice.
So,
How nice.
here, be my
How
friend.
nice.
Okay. So, that's that. I'm going to... Okay, so now I got everybody's special abilities. Now we're just going to have a
You called.
quick chat. I don't think you have anything else.
I am hardly surprised.
Okay. We have
Very
nothing new
well.
to say, so that's cool.
As you wish.
And I'm 100% sure Alistair has nothing new to say. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the same. Liliana should have some new stuff.
You witnessed the rarest of things, Warden. The Dalish stand ready to defend Ferelden.
Cool. Do you need anything?
We have assembled on a short schedule. Certain factors of equipment could be better. Crafting components would serve best. Basic ones like elf root and deep mushroom.
Okay.
At your
What
word,
was
Warden.
that last? Your men will commit to my cause?
I would not insult them by asking. Word was given, and that is all that needs be said.
Oh, cool. Alright, whatever. So let's give you guys a bunch of stuff. Okay, so we're gonna give you deep mushrooms. Death root. And metal shards. And I'm gonna hang on to
We will make good
my
use of what you have brought us, Warden.
elf root for right now. Cool. Let's talk to Zevran. Where's Zevran?
I've a question, if
Yes.
I may.
What is it? Go ahead.
Well, here's the thing. I swore an oath to serve you, yes? And I understand the quest you're on, and this is all very fine and well. My question pertains to what you intend to do with me once this business is over with, as a point of curiosity.
Does your oath expire then?
Not precisely. I said I would serve you until you saw fit to release me. One simply assumes that once your Grey Warden business is finished, you would have no need of an assassin to follow you about. Am I wrong?
I could always use a friend.
Indeed. I might even be glad to call myself such, come to think of it. It is good to know what my options might be, but that is for another time. For now, we have much to do, yes?
Yes, like chat.
What say you?
Care to answer some questions?
By all means.
What does it take to become an assassin?
The Crows would have you believe that it is an involved process that takes years of training, the sort that tests both your resolve and your endurance. Survive that process and maybe, just maybe, you're good enough to start being considered one of them. But quite frankly, the truth is that all it requires is a desire to kill people for a living. It's surprising how well one can do in such a field.
It doesn't take any special skill?
I don't know about that. It's simply a slightly different skill set from your average killer, as I see it. An assassin simply specializes in striking from stealth, and in maximizing that first attack to be as lethal as possible. Debilitate your foe, either by poison or by crippling their limbs, makes any follow-up combat you need to engage in that much simpler.
That sounds like it could be useful.
See? Getting paid for the act is beside the point. An assassin is more a tactical choice than a lifestyle. Of course, the Crows like to pretend that their abilities are trade secrets, shrouded in shadows and wrapped in a blanket of mystery. So let's just keep this between you and me, shall we? What say you?
Can you teach others to be an assassin?
I suppose the Crows are already furious, yes? What harm is another tweak to their nose? If you wish to be trained in the basics of an assassin, I can certainly show you. Or anyone else who is also a rogue. It shall be fun. I will make it fun, I promise.
Awesome. So we technically already had that, but that's fine.
What say you?
We'll get that. Care to answer some questions?
By all means.
Why did you want to leave the Crows exactly?
Well now, I imagine that's a very fair question. Being an assassin, after all, is a living, at least as far as such things go. I was simply never given the opportunity to choose another way. So, if that choice presents itself, why should I not seize upon it?
You didn't choose to join the Crows?
To be truthful, I didn't even know the Crows existed when I joined them. I was but a boy of 7 when I was purchased. For 3 sovereigns, I'm told. Which is a good price, considering I was all ribs and bone and didn't know the pommel of a dagger from the pointy end. The Crows buy all their assassins that way. Buy them young, raise them to know nothing else but murder. And if you do poorly in your training, you die.
And that system works.
Of course. You compete against your fellow assassins, and those who survive are rightfully proud of it. In Antiva, being a crow gets you respect. It gets you wealth. Gets you women. And men. Or whatever it is you might fancy. But that does not mean doing what is expected of you always. And it means being expendable. It's a cage, if a gilded cage. Pretty, but confining.
I think I understand.
As for what I'll do in the future, presuming that there is one, I truly can't imagine. It might be interesting to go into business for myself, for a change. Far away from Antiva, of course. For now, naturally, I go where you go.
I'm happy to have you along.
And here I am, happy to be had. Isn't it wonderful how things work out that way? Come now, enough chit-chat. Talking about the Crows summons them, you know. Any Antivan fishwife could tell you so.
Of course.
What say you?
Can I answer some questions?
By all means.
Do you actually enjoy being an assassin?
And why not? There are many things to enjoy about being a crow in Antiva. You are respected, you are feared. The authorities go out of their way to overlook your trespasses. Even the rewards are nothing to turn your nose up at. As for the killing part, well, some people simply need assassinating. Or do you disagree?
No, you're probably right.
I often find myself the instrument of fate, ending these lives for one necessity or another. I console myself with the notion that most of them had it coming. As far as enjoying the act of killing itself, why not? There is a certain artistry to the deed, the pleasure of sinking your blade into their flesh and knowing that their life is in your hands.
I know what you mean. I take no pleasure in killing.
It is not pleasure, per se, nothing sexual. It is more a sense of satisfaction, a feeling of power. Does that make sense? No matter. There are many things I did not enjoy about being a crow, of course. Having no choice, being treated as an expendable commodity, the rules. Oh, so many rules. But simply being an assassin, I like it just fine. I will continue to do it if I can, even if I am not a crow. Honestly, could you picture me doing something else?
Why not? You can do whatever you like.
Whereas I am content merely doing what I happen to be good at. It's a talent that not many come by, honestly. I don't see why I need not pursue it. Of course, all these thoughts are moot. Chances are still good that you and I will perish, eaten by darkspawn or slain by the crows at some point. Very gruesomely, I imagine. But it is pleasant enough to chat about. Come, let's move on while our boots still have some wear in them.
Well, I
say
had
you?
disapproval for some reason. Oh well. Care to answer some questions?
By all means.
Tell me about your adventures.
My adventures? I'm hardly an old man just returned from across the ocean, am I? Should I shake my fist at nearby children while I talk about the good old days?
Yes. You certainly talk like you've had adventures.
Falling down a flight of stairs is an adventure. Falling into someone's bed, also an adventure. I am assuming what you're looking for are professional anecdotes. Let's see, my second mission ever for the Crows was a bit intriguing. I was sent to kill a mage who had been meddling in politics.
The crows are willing to anger the Circle of Magi?
In Antiva, nobody is too important to escape the reach of the Crows. They've killed kings and queens. That is simply how it is. As it turned out, the mage in question was quite a delightful young woman. Long, divine legs, as I recall. I caught her in a carriage on her way to escape to the provinces. After I killed her guard, she got down on her hands and knees and begged for her life. Rather aptly, I might add. So I joined her in the carriage for the night and left the next morning.
And she didn't try to kill you?
Well, yes, twice, actually. Then she decided to try and use me instead. The woman had actually convinced me to speak to the Crows on her behalf. What can I say? I was young and foolish at the time. Then, as I was kissing her goodbye to return to Antiva City, she slipped on the threshold and fell backwards out of the carriage. Broke her neck. Shame, really, but at least it happened quickly.
She didn't actually kill her.
Not actually, no. I was a bit unimpressed by the development at first. Then I found out that she had told the driver to take her to Janellen instead. She had planned to lose me in the provinces. I would have looked very foolish to the Crows. As it was, my master was very impressed that I had done such a fine job of making it look like an accident. The Circle of Magi was unaware of foul play, and everyone was happier all around.
These sort of things happen to you often?
Like being spared by a benevolent mark who then helps me escape from the Crows? Yes, it does seem to happen now and again, doesn't it? It was after that when I learned that one needn't let a pretty face go to your head. Professionalism was key. That's my moral of the day, you see.
All right. A wise lesson to learn.
And one that not everyone learns, I'm sad to say. But that's enough tale spinning from me for the moment. Talking about the mage has made me a bit nostalgic, I'm afraid. Ah, the good old days. What say you?
Okay. More
By all
questions. Tell me more about your adventures.
Again? Well now, what might interest you, I wonder? Shall I describe the stages involved with Lanthrax poisoning? I watched a man go through all 7 once.
If you like certainly, that sounds like fun. Sure, why not?
No, I'll not inflict that upon you just
Okay.
yet. Let's see. How about the largest battle I ever took part in? That would have been the slaughter of Prince Azrin. Did you hear of that down in these parts?
No. I doubt it.
Prince Azrin was fourth in line to the throne, you see. He started off as 11th, but worked his way up the old-fashioned method by inheriting control of an entire Crocel from his grandfather. After assassinating his way through the royal family, the king hired 3 other cells to take down Prince Azrin once and for all. I was in one of those cells.
Is this sort of thing common in Antiva?
Antivan royalty is very much bound up in the Crows. You wouldn't want it run by a bunch of commoners, after all, would you? And this means they get involved in politics quite often. This particular fight nearly bankrupted the nation, I understand. It almost ended up putting a Crow on the throne, a commoner. But that's a whole different story. I played a very small part.
What did you do?
My part in the entire battle was taken up trying to reach Princess Verina, who had thrown in with her brother. I killed about 11 of her guards personally before I got knocked out of a window. I landed in a river and nearly drowned. I was fished out by some urchins who robbed me blind. Made off with my boots, too. At least they didn't cut my throat. And that was my part in history.
You got robbed by urchins?
I had to find my way back to the safe house, bruised and naked, and thankful to be alive. But there you go. Tale told. Let's be off before I tell more embarrassing stories, huh?
Quite the tale.
What say you?
I got more questions.
By all means.
Okay, do you have more adventures?
Well, the only one that's really worth telling is the story of the mission right before I came to Ferelden. But no, I would rather not. I shouldn't have said anything.
Why not? What's the problem?
Nothing that I would prefer to speak of. Perhaps another day. I'm sorry.
All right.
What say you?
Questions?
By all means.
Tell me about Antiva.
Oh, you wish to know about Antiva, do you?
Why not?
The only way to truly appreciate it would be to go there. It is a warm place, not cold and harsh like this Ferelden. In Antiva it rains often, but the flowers are always in bloom. Or so the saying goes.
And it has assassins!
Every land has its assassins. Some are simply more open about their business than others. I hail from the glorious Antiva city, home to the royal palace. It is a glittering gem amidst the sand, my Antiva city. Do you come from someplace comparable?
Nope. Of course my mother was better than any gem. Okay. Alright. My people have no cities.
Ah, yes, of course. The wandering life of the Dalish. That truly is better. I'm jealous. You know what is most odd? We speak of my homeland, and for all its wine and its dark-haired beauties and the lilo flutes of the minstrels, I miss the leather the most.
This I have to hear.
I mean the smell. For years, I lived in a tiny apartment near Antiva City's leather-making district, in a building where the crows stored their youngest recruits, packed in like crates. I grew accustomed to the stench, even though the humans complained of it constantly. To this day, the smell of fresh leather is what reminds me most of home more than anything else.
You sound like you've been away from home forever.
Oh, not so long, I know. It is my first time away from Antiva, however, and the thought of never returning makes me think of it constantly. Before I left, I was tempted to spend what little coin I possessed on leather boots I spotted in a store window. Finest Antivan leather. Perfect craftsmanship. Ah, but I was a fool to leave them. I thought, Zevran, you can buy them when you return as a reward for a job well done. More the fool I, no?
Your home is still there, Zevran.
True, and it's a comforting thought. One simply never knows what is to come next. How could I have suspected I would end up defeated by a beautiful Grey Warden, a woman who then spares my life? I could not.
Now you're flattering me.
I say you are beautiful because it is true. Should I not?
Don't bother, I'm on to you. What? You should not. No, by all means. Call me beautiful all
I'm
you
glad
want.
I am to hear it.
Whatever.
Now, if it is all the same to you, I would prefer not to speak more of Antiva. It makes me wistful and hungry for a proper meal. What say you?
Questions.
By all means.
What's your opinion of the Dalish?
I know little enough of the Dalish other than the fact that my mother was one, or so I was told. She had fallen in love with an elven woodcutter and accompanied him back to the city, leaving her clan behind for good. And there, of course, the woodcutter died of some filthy disease and my mother was forced into prostitution to pay off his debts. Oldest tale in the book.
Zevran, it's horrible.
Is it? It seemed normal enough a tale growing up. No different than the other elven boys in the whorehouse. I didn't know my mother either, of course. She died giving birth to me. My first victim, as it were. We were all raised communally by the whores. It was a happy enough existence, ignoring the occasional beating. Until eventually I was sold to the crows. I brought a good price, so I hear.
And yet you're oddly cheerful about it all. I'm so sorry for you, Zevran.
It could have been much worse. Shall I tell you about what happened to the other whorehouse boys who did not fetch a decent price with the crows? Surely your life has not been so idyllic. People like you and I are not the product of happy lives of contentment, after all.
You can say that again.
My original point is that my mother's Dalish nature was always a point of fascination for me. Through all the years of my crow training, the one thing of my mother's that I possessed was a pair of gloves. They were of Dalish make, I knew that much, and beautiful. I had to keep them hidden, of course, as we were not allowed such things. Eventually, they were discovered, and I never saw them again.
Has there been no joy in your life at all? I know the sort of gloves you speak of.
I suppose you would. I'd always wanted another. In fact, I ran off to join a clan once when they drew near Antiva city, thinking that there I would find my true calling. Naturally, the reality did not live up at all to the fantasies I had constructed as a boy, staring at those gloves. But such is life. Come, enough talk of the Dalish. Let us move on.
Alright, so now we're gonna give him those gloves that we have. Okay, there he goes, everyone.
Gloves? You're giving me gloves? What for?
They're Dalish gloves, like your mother's.
Maker's breath. You're right. It is like my mother's. The leather was less thick and it had more embroidery, but these are very close and quite handsome.
You're welcome.
Do I seem surprised? Perhaps I am. Still, I appreciate the fact that you even thought of me. No one has simply given me a gift before. Thank you.
Alright. I think that... Yeah, that changes Zevran's equipment, which, I mean... We're definitely gonna put these back on. Okay, Zevran.
What say you?
We got more to talk about. Questions.
By all means.
Never mind.
What say you?
Do you stare at everyone like that?
Not everyone, but a beautiful woman like yourself. Why not? I'm sure you draw many stares from men and even other women. Does this bother you?
Not really, no.
But you would prefer I desisted, perhaps. It would be difficult traveling as we do in close proximity, but I am nothing if not a gentleman.
Nah, I really don't mind.
Then I shall keep that in mind. And perhaps even redouble my efforts. There was a young elven dancer in Antiva city once, and I believe I actually managed to stare off all 7 of her skirts. It's a trick worth retrying. Now that that is out of the way, perhaps we should move on. With you in front, of course.
Oh, Zevran. Here's something else.
You look so tired, my dear. It's all this constant walking and fighting.
Okay.
I think I know what you need.
No. A horse? Oh, this I have to hear. Oh boy. A horse?
A little late for that, I should think. My thought is this. We retire to your tent, and I show you the sort of massage skills that one only learns growing up in an Antivan whorehouse.
No. Are you suggesting what I think you are? You must be joking.
Do you see me laughing? This need be no complex thing. You are a beautiful and fascinating woman. I am who I am. Is there any reason not to enjoy each other's company?
Ha 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 ha. There is someone else.
Ah, my mistake. Say no more then. I take it all back.
And then we get a huge amount of disapproval. Oh boy, Zevran. Not used to being
What say you?
turned down, are we? I don't think that's anything. Alright, so Zevran. Come on, we need them abilities back, bro.
How nice.
Get your approval back.
How nice.
You sound
How
so
nice.
excited. Okay, well. Let's see if Alistair has anything
Your
to comment
desire
on.
is my command.
Okay. Alright. Who haven't I talked to? Wynne and Liliana, I think. Okay, Wynne.
What's on your mind?
I was thinking about a Grey Warden, being a Grey Warden,
Is something
whatever.
troubling you?
I don't know. It's just difficult sometimes.
You are one of the 2 surviving Grey Wardens in Ferelden. You defend all of us, and much rests on your shoulders. It may not mean much to you, but thank you for having the courage to continue to fight.
I don't give up easily. I'll be ready when they're tired. I don't give up easily.
And that gives me hope.
Cool. What else?
Have you heard much about the Grey Wardens of old?
I know they soared through the skies on griffins.
Griffins.
Love griffins.
Alas, that seems to be the only thing people remember from the tales. The mighty flying mounts that bore the Grey Wardens into battle.
Well, I wish I had a griffin.
Unfortunately,
pretty
they've
dope.
all passed back into the Maker's
Flying all
hand.
over the sky.
So that wish will have to go unfulfilled. It was said that watching the Wardens ride in on their white griffins was enough to rouse a weary heart and put the dance back in the step of an old man. The Grey Wardens were powerful, feared and respected, but they also inspired the common people. I remember a tale that was told to me many years ago.
Does the story have griffins in it?
Maker's mercy, it's like talking to a child.
I couldn't help it. So does it have griffins in it or not? If it doesn't have griffins, I don't want to hear it. So does it have griffins in it or not?
Yes, there are griffins in this story. The
Yay.
blight had ravaged the land for months, and the armies of the great kings had amassed for one last stand. As the sun burst through the clouds that boiled and churned in the dark sky above, it illuminated a vast, seething horde of darkspawn, with the archdemon at its head. And it was then, when courage seemed to fail, and all lost to death and despair, that the Grey Wardens came. They arrived with the beating of wings like mighty war drums, and stood before the armies of men.
God. Griffins?
Yes, griffins. Now listen to the rest of the story. The Grey Wardens, grim and fearless, marched forth, ever between the men and the encroaching darkspawn. They formed a shield of their own bodies and held that line until the archdemon was dead, and the last darkspawn lay trampled in the dirt. And then, demanding neither reward nor recognition for their sacrifice, the Grey Wardens departed. When the clouds finally rolled back and the sun shone full upon the blighted ground, the great kings knew that they had lost no men, and none of their blood had been spilled.
Because griffins, right? Anyways, I like happy endings.
This is a tale about no battle the Grey Wardens have fought, and yet about them all. They have always defended us from the Darkspawn, taking losses so we do not have to. People may have forgotten over the centuries, but nothing has changed. This knowledge has been blessing and burden to Grey Wardens past, and now it shall be your blessing and your burden.
Yay.
What's on your mind?
Anything. As a Grey Warden, I'll never lead a normal life, will I?
No, you won't.
But I don't think I was ever meant to be normal.
I don't think so either. You would not have been happy living a dull, uneventful life, dying in obscurity. You wonder sometimes, don't you? If your life would be better if you weren't who you are.
A little.
When I was a young woman in the tower, I came to the realization that the circle would be my life, and I would know no other. Family, love, a simple life. These were things that others took for granted, that I would never have.
And this upset you?
It made me very moody. All I could think of was being trapped in that tower with no way out and no end in sight. I started hating my life and myself, and one night I found myself in the tower's chapel. I was seeking refuge, maybe answers.
Did you find anything?
I must have looked tearful or made some noise, because the revered mother came out and decided to speak to me. And because I had no one else to talk to, I talked to her. I must have said many silly things, but she told me that the Maker puts us all on our paths for a reason, and fighting our intended course is what causes so much anguish.
And that made you feel better?
I thought the old biddy was full of rubbish. I was 15, maybe 16, and I knew everything.
Of course.
So I left, but I always found my way back to that chapel. And as the years passed, I began to see the truth of her words. We were supposed to be polar opposites, mage and priest. But we weren't. There was much about us that was the same.
I suppose priests have to give up a lot too.
The revered mother had lived in the chantry all her life, as I had been in the tower for all of mine. She taught me that you can find your family in the people around you, that you can love your work and find fulfillment in duty, and there is joy even in self-sacrifice. If you put others before yourself, then their well-being is yours, and their happiness is your happiness.
It won't be easy to live that way.
You can scream and cry and be angry about life as a Grey Warden, or you can accept it and allow yourself to see the good in it. This is your choice.
Okay.
What's on your mind?
I'd like to ask you something about the circle.
I will answer to the best of my ability.
Okay, we have nothing else to ask, so let's go talk to Liliana. Liliana.
I was just thinking about what happened to the elves, and I'm reminded of a song sung to me many years ago. It was when my mother died, and this wise elven woman comforted me and told me that we shouldn't fear death or hate it. Death is just another beginning. One day, we must all shed our earthly bodies to allow our spirits to fly free.
Haren Pavel used to say much the same thing.
Then perhaps you know this song.
Liliana's gonna sing for us now. Beautiful. Anything else, Liliana?
Something I can help with?
I don't know.
Yes? What's on your mind?
Nothing. You've already shared all that with us. Okay, did I talk to Shale? I don't know why I can't remember that. Shale, did I talk to you?
It speaks.
Yeah, I do.
It doesn't have better things to do.
No, apparently.
On then.
Alright, you're good. We're good. Let's go talk to Sir Buns. Hello. Pet him. Guess we have nothing else to say. Okay, let's see where we're at here. What do we got? Okay, I'm going to save first off. Okay, so let's go to Soldier's Peak. And oh hey, before we do that, how do I cancel? Hang on. Stop that for a second. I need to do some leveling here. Okay, Morrigan. Magic right now. And I'll give you that. Okay. Liliana. Let's go dexterity. Cunning at 20 and whoa, 22 and 29. Let's give you poison. Bard, level 12, okay. I can lockpick, so I don't need to really teach you that. Let's see. So Liliana, you're probably gonna be mostly dual wielding if I ever take you. Let's do that. Sten. Let's give you strength. Lots of strength. And let's do that for now. Oh, you don't have a specialization. Interesting. And we'll give you let's give you that. And do warrior. Okay, so it's all strength based. Alright, we'll do that one. And we'll do that. And we'll take this one. Okay. And shale, right? Yeah. I'll give you lots of strength too. And we will give you this one. This one. Yeah, we'll go with that. And Zevran. Oh wait. Okay, Zevran doesn't get to be leveled up. Cool. Can I do tactics here while I'm at it? No, Wynne, we're just gonna leave her at that. War Dog. Morrigan. Okay. Okay, so that doesn't seem to be functioning properly. Let's save again. Save over this one. Okay, so now we're going to go store a bunch of things at Soldier's Peak. I guess we'll take
Yes.
Wynne, Alistair,
Yes.
and I guess we'll take Shell.
Yes.
Alright, so let's go to Soldier's Peak. Oh boy. Random encounter! Or not. Random cutscene.
Sire, I have more news. Oh, yes. Well, it seems that the fighting has gone
Enough.
exactly as you...
I would like to know what you intend to accomplish, Father. Should we not be fighting the Darkspawn instead of each other?
The nobility should be brought into line and then the Darkspawn defeated. This is no true blight, Honora. Only Kaelin's vanity demanded it be so.
Beg pardon, sire. But blight or no, we may not have the manpower to face the Darkspawn soon.
Kaelin approached your legions for support, did he
Never!
not?
Marek and I drove those bastards out! We'll not roll out the welcome for them now.
We need help, Father. We cannot deal with this crisis alone.
Ferelden will stand on its own! I will lead it through this, Honora. You must have faith in me.
Did you kill Kaelin?
I think he did.
Kaelin's death was his own doing.
Yep. I don't like Logain, but that's just me. Oh, goodness. Oh, I forgot to buy healing again. What is this guy attacking nothing?
Look there,
Stop
a
that.
cunning trap. It's a trap.
I gotta see something here. Oh, Wynne, you just do what you do. Alistair. Absolutely. Shale. What should we make you? Scrapper? Yeah, I think we'll do that. Okay. And enemy. Target using attack type. Ranged. Usability, hurl rock. Alright, it's good. And I apparently have. Doesn't matter. Okay. Oh boy. I'm being knocked over.
Very well. Careful! Watch out!
Shale's gonna die. Shale is dead. Okay, wow.
This begun must have victory.
Wynne.
Have you no concern for your lives? Don't give him the advantage!
Let us end this, as you say.
Maker!
I feel like they're just attacking center.
Need a moment. Have you no concern for your own?
Okay, we'll come around and pick stuff up here, but let's just
I think we work well together.
I shall do it.
Alright. Shale.
Very well. It is begun. It shall be done.
Okay. How do I get out of here? Perfect, let's leave. Oh. Wynne?
I fell.
You did. Are you alright?
For a moment there, I thought I thought it was all over.
You need rest, that's all.
I will explain everything when we are back at camp. Now is not the time.
Okay, so this is Wynne's companion quest. You can call it. But we'll take care of that later. For now, we're gonna go store some stuff and buy healing. Because I don't know why I didn't buy any healing. I'm also gonna take out some stuff. What can I store? Oh, maybe I should. I think I'll store that. I'm just gonna stick those in there. I don't care. And we're gonna store these 3 things. And I'm just gonna dump that there for right now. You know what? I'm gonna leave these in here. I don't want them right now. Okay. Levy.
What can I do for you, Warden?
Do you have for sale?
Certainly.
It's kind of expensive. Oh, I guess I can buy that. Yeah, we're gonna buy that. And we are going to buy... maybe I'll take these. Yeah, I'll take them all. Whatever. See if I can make some... healing potions. Whew. Not those. Not that. I gotta go back to, Bodan. I think he is... Other... What am I doing? Yeah, anyways. Lost my train of thought. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Oh yeah, healing. Ha! Use other healing items. That's what I was... God.
Warden?
Hello. Have I talked to these people? I don't know. Can I see your wares? Oh! Yeah, you know, I have a stone.
Warden?
I want you to make something with it. I found in my travels, I found this strange metal in a crater.
This is star metal.
Yeah.
If you give this to me, I will craft for you a thing of legend.
Awesome. Okay. How much will it cost me?
Nothing. My family owes you much.
Awesome. Long sword or a two-handed sword? I want a long sword. Why not?
And so it shall be.
We'll see how good it is. It's pretty. I'll give you that.
It is done. I call this blade Starfang. May it serve you well.
Sweet.
I must rest after my exertions. Warden?
Awesome. Alright, so let's see this weapon. 31 strength. Hey, Alistair. Cool. You're gonna equip that. I gotta take that off. Oathkeeper. 3 dexterity, 3 damage. 2.5 armor penetration. Cool. Cool, cool. Okay, so let's see. Let's do a quick save here. And my dog's crying, so I'll be right back. I gotta check on him. Alright, I am back. He just wanted to go outside. So let's continue. Yeah, we're gonna head back to... Blah, 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 words. We're gonna head back to camp, quick.
I think I owe you an explanation for what happened earlier.
Yes, you had me quite worried.
You should know that something happened to me at the tower before you came along. You spoke to Petra, did you not? She told you I saved her from a demon. I did, but I did not survive that encounter.
This case of death is taking a while to kick in then. But you're standing right here.
Let me explain fully. I engaged a very powerful demon to rescue Petra. It sapped me of all my energy and will and left me drained. It took everything I had to defeat it. And when I was done, I no longer had the strength to keep my heart beating. I remember my life ebbing away. Everything receded from me. Sound, light. I remember being enveloped in complete, impenetrable darkness. And then I sensed a presence enfolding me and cradling me, whispering quietly to me. The sensation is impossible to describe. I was being held back, firmly but gently, as a mother would a child, eager to slip from her grasp. I felt life and warmth flowing through my veins again. I began to be aware of small sounds and the discomfort of my hip pressing into the cold stone of the tower floor.
That is an amazing story. So you were never really completely dead then?
The Fade contains spirits both benevolent and malicious. The benevolent spirits seldom make themselves known, because they want nothing from mortals, unlike the demons. It was one of these spirits that saved me. Without it, I would be dead. And it has not left me. It is with me, even now, bonded to me. You see, I am supposed to be dead. It is the spirit that is keeping me in this world. And this is not the way of things. Perhaps the spirit did not expect this, but it is weakening gradually. I am living on borrowed time.
Then we'll make the best of that time.
Yes, that we will.
Is that it, Wynne?
What's on your mind?
Why did the spirit choose to help you?
I have always had an affinity for the spirits of the Fade. As a child, I never feared my dreams because I knew they were there.
I've never experienced that before.
I've always been able to feel the spirits, even if I never saw them. And as I nurtured my talent in the circle, I became more sensitive. I began to notice every time I was in the Fade, whether it was in a dream or in magical practice, that I was being watched.
Do spirits watch people like that?
I suppose they must. It is these benevolent spirits that create our dream worlds in the Fade. Sometimes I would see it, a glowing, nebulous form. Most times I would just feel its presence, gentle and comforting, but somehow alien. I think it is a spirit of faith. They have never been seen before, and perhaps I am wrong. But something tells me I'm not. It always felt like the same entity. This one spirit was curious about me, and was guarding me, for want of a better word.
You're very lucky.
There were times when I was in the Fade that it seemed to stretch forth to shield me, keeping me safe. And I think it gave me strength in my most terrible battles, Ostagar being one of them.
I suppose it felt it wasn't your time yet.
I don't know why I was chosen. Perhaps it knew that there was something more that lay in store for me. I like to think that I was given a rare chance, and I'm going to make the best of the time so generously given to me.
I'm glad you think traveling with me is worthy of your time.
I will not lie motionless in a bed with coverlets up to my chin, waiting for death to claim me. That is not the death for me. And so I will fight alongside the Grey Warden, and help prepare her for the task that is yet before her. So you had better listen to me, because I swear, if I should fall before the end and you don't seem to be doing things properly, I'll get up again to give you a good finger wagging.
Okay, Wynne. I'll hold you to that promise.
You know, I think you'll be all right, even without my help.
Aw, alright.
What's on your mind?
Is there something we can do to cure you?
Cure me? What, am I sick now?
Well, in a sense. You're a little dead. I guess death isn't an illness, is it? In a sense?
Even you know that you cannot cure the dead. And I'm not the only one dying. You are too. I'm just more efficient about it. Ah, child. Your concern is heartwarming. But death comes to everyone, and it is not something to fear.
You're not afraid?
People fear not death, but having life taken from them. Many waste the life given to them, occupying themselves with things that do not matter. When the end comes, they say they did not have time enough to spend with loved ones, to fulfill dreams, to go on adventures they only talked about. But why should you fear death if you are happy with the life you have led? If you can look back on everything and say, yes, I am content. It is enough.
Are you content?
I think I've led a good life, a full life, and I, for one, am not afraid of death, whatever it may bring. They say that when you die, your spirit travels through the Fade and returns to the Maker. And after that, we'll see, won't we?
Interesting.
What's on your mind?
Anything else? Do you have any regrets at all?
I try not to dwell too much on the mistakes of my past, of which there are many. I would go quite mad if I did that. But I do have one regret. The greatest misstep of my life. Made even more grave because it had dire consequences for someone else.
What did you do?
Years ago, I was assigned as mentor to a lad, Anarin. He was my first apprentice. Anarin was an elf, raised in one of the elven alienages, and he was very mistrustful of humans, especially humans in authority.
I can see how this could be trouble.
What Anarin needed was time. Time to get used to his new home. Time to emerge from his shell, so we could build a rapport. I gave him no such time. I was young and arrogant. He is a mage, I thought. He needs to grow up and act like one. I expected too much from him too quickly. I gave no consideration to his origin or his feelings, and he retreated further from me. All I could think of was how stubborn he was, how he was throwing away all his talent and his potential, just to be difficult.
And what did he think of you?
Oh, I dread to think. I was a harsh taskmistress. He might have thought I was a demon in disguise. You cannot plant crops in the cold, wintry ground. You cannot teach a student who is closed off and unresponsive. Patience is what is needed, and I learned that too late to help him.
What happened to Anarin?
Anarin ran away from the circle one night. I had berated him over some trivial, ridiculous matter that I no longer remember. I drove him away because of something utterly unimportant. He was a child, 14 at the time of his leaving. They had his phylactery, and they hunted him down.
Why didn't they just bring him back to the tower?
They called him Maleficar, a mage who practices forbidden magic, deserving of death. He was a child, misunderstood and lost. I begged the Templars to tell me if he suffered, if they gave him a quick death. I got no answers from them. I was his mentor, and they wouldn't even tell me what became of him.
It's not your fault, Wynne.
I should have known better. I had the best mentors. They were kind, compassionate. Why didn't I learn from them? I failed Anarin. All I had to do was listen to him. He would try to talk to me, and I would tell him to concentrate on his spells. He talked about the alienage sometimes, and the Dalish. He always talked about looking for the Dalish elves.
Maybe he did find the Dalish.
The Templars are well trained and thorough. That he still lives, it would be a vain hope. The apprentices that came after Anarin benefited greatly from the lessons I learned from him. In a sense, he was my teacher, and I his student.
See, there is a bright side.
And there it is. My story, my one greatest regret.
Okay, my dog needs in, so I'll be right back. Okay. Did I get a... Hang on. Companions. Wynne's regret. Help Wynne find closure. She was quite harsh on him. Spoke often of the Dalish. However, Wynne believes that he never managed and that he was hunted. Okay. And Flemeth's Grimoire, which we'll do in a bit. Let's
What's
just
on your
speak
mind?
of Wynne again. Okay.
It is no trouble.
Okay, just gotta check something here. Oh, you can equip that now. But, Alistair, no. What? I don't even know what your strength is at. Whatever. Do I want to throw this on him? Why not? Here you go, Sten. You can have that. You can sell the chainmail now. Why didn't I... Dang it. I was gonna store that armor. Okay, let me go to Bowden quick. Oh, and Sandal, I gotta do some enchanting.
Enchantment?
Enchantment. I want something
Enchantment.
enchanted. Starfang. Alright, so let's take that off and put it there. Cool. Now,
If there's
Bowden.
anything I can do for you, please, please.
Viewers.
I'm
Wait, you don't sell... Come on. Of course you don't. Alright, sell that. We're gonna sell that. Sell a short bow. And sell that. And just sell that. I gotta go back. Gotta go back to Soldier's Peak, I guess. So, with Wynne, I'm gonna do Morrigan's next. So we're gonna
Yes.
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 I do want to save quick, just because my game never saves. For some reason, this game doesn't save when it should.
Yes.
Yes.
I think. Okay, so back to Wynne. I think. I'm not sure. If we can talk to the Dalish, or
I shall do it.
Maybe we have to go back to the tower. I don't know. I'm gonna start that. So, I don't remember. Or maybe it just advances at some point.
It speaks.
I didn't want to speak to you, Shale. Sorry. But we're gonna go we're gonna go do Morrigan's quest, companion quest. Go chat it up with Flemeth. Get into some unnecessary battles, I guess. Oh, it's a cutscene. Darkspawn series. Oh, is this something to do with Wynne? I think it is. With her. Interesting. I'm being absolutely massive. Come on, heal. Heal! Or not. So I'm getting blown up. Where's that emissary? God.
As you will. Oh my god.
Shale. Sustained. Activated. There's my dead body. Awesome.
That was interesting. And draining.
What was that? Did you summon the spirit?
I called forth the spirit that sustains me, so that it could lend us aid. I did not realize it would take this much out of me. It seemed a good idea at the time, if a little rash. I think it may have weakened the spirit a little.
So you could kill yourself doing this?
Well, that's certainly conceivable. I suppose I shouldn't be using that particular trick to entertain children at parties.
Are you sure you can control that thing? I don't want you exerting yourself.
I promise I'll be careful. And thank you. Your concern is touching.
Alright. So... Is there still an enemy in the map? There's 2. Okay. Whatever. That's totally fine, I guess.
Watch out!
We're good.
What's on your mind?
Oh, okay. What?
It is no trouble.
I think that was weird. Okay, I think we can leave now. Because I'm gonna leave now. Let's go take care of Flemeth. Alright, hello Flemeth. Let us chat.
And so you return.
Yes.
Lovely Morrigan has at last found someone willing to dance to her tune. Such enchanting music she plays, wouldn't you say?
I should dance to your tune instead. I have come to talk, nothing more.
Oh, how interesting. Speak then. You have come far, and I am nothing if not hospitable.
Is it true you intend to take Morrigan's body?
Oh, I do like that. Ah, but it is an old, old story. One that Flemeth has heard before, and even told. Let us skip right to the ending, shall we? Do you slay the old wretch as Morrigan bids, or does the tale take a different turn?
What do you propose?
Morrigan wishes my grimoire? Take it as a trophy. Tell her I am slain.
And what happens to you?
I go. Perhaps I surprise Morrigan one day. Or I may simply watch. It would be interesting to see what she does with her freedom. Enlightening, even. Would you give an old woman that?
I like Flemeth, so I'm gonna let her walk.
It's far easier this way, don't you think? The lies are always more fun.
Oh, yes.
Yes, fun. Tricking Morgan. Oh, who am I kidding? That does sound fun. I'm a bad man.
A tangled web you weave, Warden. I hope it's for good cause.
The book is inside the hut, with notes and spells enough to make even Morrigan blush with delight. You and I will not meet again. That I guarantee.
Awesome. Oh, Wynne disapproves.
As you
That's
say.
okay. Let's go inside. It's fine. There are too many people in this little hut. I guess we'll take that. Haha! Take that. Is that everything? What were those robes I picked up? -1 willpower. Robes of possession. Nice. Off we go. Okay, bye Flemeth.
I shall do it.
Okay, back to camp. Sir Buns is standing at attention. Aw, just pet him. So cute. Let's talk to Wynne quick, see if she has anything new to say, and then we'll go talk to Morrigan.
What's on your mind?
Nothing.
I will answer to the best of my ability.
Maybe. Yeah, no. Nothing on my mind. Alright, Morgan. Let's talk.
I await your command.
I'd like to ask you something.
So, full of
maybe I
questions,
just give it to
are
her.
you?
Never mind. I think I just give it to her. Other Plymouth. Yeah, it's a gift. Okay, Morgan. There you go.
Mother's real grimoire, is it?
It is.
I am glad you were able to find it after all. My thanks for retrieving it.
Of course.
I shall begin studying it immediately and unlock the power that it holds.
Awesome.
It is a curious thing. I do not know how else to describe it.
What, is something wrong?
No, nothing is wrong. It is a little embarrassing to admit, in fact. I am reminded of our first meeting in the wilds. I had been in animal form for some time, watching your progress. I was intrigued to see such a formidable woman, obviously more potent than the men she traveled with. Yet I resented it when Flemeth assigned me to travel with you. I assumed that, at best, you would drive me from your company as soon as we left the wilds.
Why would I do that?
I am aware that I have little talent for forming friendships, to put it lightly. It is something I know nothing of, nor ever thought I needed. Yet when I discovered Flemeth's plans, you did not abandon me. Whatever your reasons, you fought what must have been a terrible battle without hope of real reward.
It wasn't that bad. It's not such a terrible battle, trust me. I did it because I'm your friend.
And that is what I do not understand. Of all the things I could have imagined would have resulted when Flemeth told me to go with you, the very last would have been that I would find in you a friend, perhaps even a sister. I want you to know that while I may not always prove worthy of your friendship, I will always value it. But enough of such idle talk. There are more useful things to be done, surely.
Alright.
What comes,
Anything
my
else?
friend?
Glad we're friends. Hey, will you teach
So,
people how to shapeshift
full
now?
of questions, are you? Possibly, if I had the desire to.
Okay, fine.
I do not.
Okay, that's fine. We don't really need that. As you wish. We don't need shape-shifting anyways.
What comes, my friend?
I'd like to discuss something
We are in
personal.
camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
Never mind. Cool. So is that Morgan done? Yeah. So Morgan's done. So now I have Sten and Wynne. I still have to acquire Alistair's? Hang on. Yeah. I still have to get Alistair, Zevran, Liliana, and Shale. And I don't think the dog technically has a companion quest, because, I mean, you kind of did a special quest to acquire him in the first place. But, yeah. Okay. I'm not sure how to progress wins right now. Did it say I should read it? No. Is she still... Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Win. So spirit healer. Do we have that? Revival. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Why do I not have that set up in your tactics? Oh, right. Your shit don't work. Oh my god. All this time. All this time. I'm going to take off. Let's go ally. Status. Is it, or is it health? I think it's status. Dead? How do I do this? I think I have to set it to any. No. Come back here. Can't attack, he's technically dead, but not really. Charmed, paralyzed, stunned, sleeping, knocked down, rooted, disoriented, slowed, grabbed, grabbing, immobilized, movement impaired. Okay, we'll just go... Is it not like a status? It's technically a status effect. Or health 0, but okay. Let's do any. And cast revival. Okay. Rejuvenate is mana. She doesn't seem to use that. Let's put that up higher. And we're gonna move revival to the top because revival is very important. Hopefully she just doesn't sit there casting it. You know what? Let's put it underneath these ones. Generation. I wish I could do use any. But whatever. Let's save that. Totally forgot about revival. I should set... let's see. I want to set up group heal, but I'm not sure what let's change this one to group heal. And we'll leave it at 50 for right now. We'll go with that. Good enough. Alright. So what else? What else? I missed something in the... Oh, I think I missed the place of power in the Brazilian forest and the circle tower. I don't know how I missed them, but I'm pretty sure I missed them. Okay, there's that one. Oh, you'll find 2 of them in Denerim. And the one Orzammar. Slay the Cabal of Maleficarum, thy brother's killer. Man, I missed a lot in the Brazilian forest. Summoning sciences. Okay, can't even do that. Laura's Hala. And the mage's treasure. Oh yeah, that's the gravestones and stuff. I'm the one with the highest survival. Oh boy. Okay. You know what? Maybe we'll leave this video here. It's very long. And it's mostly just been companions. But I think it's long enough, and we did, I mean, I guess we did quite a bit. We talked a lot. So it should be good. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.